This trade has officially ruined the Dallas Mavericks. And if you've been living under a rock, the Dallas Mavericks traded away their best player, Luka Doncic. And no, it's not that they just traded him. It's what they got back in return that makes this trade horrible. The worst trade in sports history. For people who don't watch basketball, let me explain just how bad this trade is. Luka Doncic is on the same level as LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, players like that. And they traded him immediately after he brought them to their first NBA Finals. It's like trading one of those players before they won their first ring, and right as they hit their prime in their career. And in return, they got Anthony Davis. He's a very good player, but when you look at it in this light, in this context, he's not that good of a player. He's nowhere near the level of stardom Luka Doncic is, and he's much older, and known for being injured. They traded a prime, generational superstar for an out-of-prime, injury-riddled star. Not superstar, just regular one star. The move was unpredictable, but what happened after the move was completely predictable. Anthony Davis hasn't been able to stay healthy at all, and now he has a finger injury, and he could be out for about 6 weeks. Luckily for the Mavericks, he doesn't need surgery, because after the first opinion of the injury, it looked like he'd probably have to get surgery. But second opinion says that's unnecessary. Still another massive blow for the Mavericks though. At this point, they might as well trade Anthony Davis. They already fired Nico Harrison, might as well just clean themselves of this deal. Trading Anthony Davis might be their best move. Quick pause. I didn't say anything gay, did I? No, I did not. But if you enjoy this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. I talk about basketball, just me and how I really feel. Now back to this disaster. They also got Max Christie out of the deal, which, you know, we'll see how that turns out. He's pretty good, but I know one thing for a fact. He's no Luka Doncic. And the Mavericks, Nico Harrison, I should say, messed up big time. If I had to explain how bad this trade is to someone like a casual fan, it's like trading LeBron James, prime, before he won any rings, while he's on the Heat, for Paul Pierce. And listen, Paul Pierce is my favorite player of all time, so it's not a diss. I think Paul Pierce was elite, but it's LeBron James. Paul Pierce is not LeBron James. I wouldn't say really anywhere close. LeBron is widely known as the GOAT, and Paul Pierce is not. And he's much older than LeBron, I think probably like 6 or 7 years. So that trade makes sense? No, it would not. And here's the crazy part. Paul Pierce is actually a guy that plays a lot of games. Like, he played all 82 games after being stabbed 11 times. Now imagine if Paul Pierce was known for missing games, and he was like constantly injured. Would that trade make any sense? No, absolutely not. And that, Nico Harrison, is why this trade is complete garbage. Nico Harrison gave up the present and the future. His goal wasn't accomplished because they didn't win a championship last year. They're definitely not going to win one this year. Everyone hates him, and he got fired. Nico Harrison only thought about what the team would look like if they were completely healthy, but he never considered the obvious truth. The chances of that happening are pretty low, and this part is the worst. It's super unfortunate for Anthony Davis, because he's actually pretty elite. Like, actually super elite. But this trade permanently stained his legacy. Now he's attached to the worst trade in sports history, and he doesn't deserve that. He just wants to play basketball. This all could have been avoided if Nico Harrison had a brain, or a boss that cared about basketball for real. Nico Harrison taught the NBA a very valuable lesson that day. Never trade a player of that caliber, unless you're 1000% sure your team will get better. And this team did not get better. This is bigger than just a roster, or a defense. This trade killed the hope of many Dallas Mavericks fans, and Luka fans. And they have nothing to show for it. Not yet, at least. Max Christie is decent, so we'll see how that goes. Anthony Davis is constantly injured. Meanwhile, Luka is killing it in LA. That must be torture for Mavericks fans. To have nothing to show for the trade, it's pretty heartbreaking. I mean, they have Cooper Flag now, which is totally unrelated. Like, they did not deserve that first pick. They pretty much just got lucky. So even though they didn't deserve it, at least they have some. It's time to completely move on and forget the destruction Nico Harrison has caused. Before the trade, I thought Nico Harrison was alright. You know, I didn't really think much of him. But now, I think he's a basketball terrorist. Osama bin Laden of the NBA. And he's responsible for 3 national tragedies. American, Slovenian, and the Mavericks nation. Psst. Will he ever be forgiven? I don't know. I don't think I could ever forgive him for making the Lakers this good. But, all jokes aside, I do not respect Nico Harrison or his basketball opinion. If you agree that this is one of the worst trades in sports history, or the worst trade in sports history, hit that like button, subscribe. I'd appreciate that greatly. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This trade wasn't just a bad move. It changed everything for the Dallas Mavericks.